Alright, so we are going to be making our web site, also known as our digital portfolio. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to wix.com, and it's going to take you to the main page. Now, to access your site, you're always going to go to wix.com and click the sign in button at the right, but we have not developed our web page yet, so we need to click the get started page. So again, that is once we have our page set up, we'll click the sign in, but for right now we need to get started so we can set up our web page. So just click the get started, and you're going to use your school email. So just type in your school email, and you're going to type it in twice. And then you're going to set up a password. Make sure it's something that you can remember, because I have absolutely no way to access it. So make sure that when you put it in, it's something that you remember. Now, the best thing about this website is that it's pretty much, it does everything for you. You just answer some questions and it will set up a web page for you. So we're just going to click the Let's Do It button. The first question is going to ask you, who are you making this for? You're making it for yourself. It is going to be a portfolio, so click portfolio, and then you will say never done this before. Now we're going to choose the left hand side. That's going to basically allow Wix to create the website all for you. It's much easier than starting from a blank canvas. So click Start Now. So again, portfolio, and we are just going to click portfolio because none of these apply to us, so just click portfolio again. And we will need to have the blog, so we are going to click on the blog. We don't need any other things, but we are going to take the chat off. Okay, then we're going to click next, and we're going to put your name here. This is going to be your portfolio, so you'll put your first name and your last name followed by portfolio. So I'm just going to make up Jenny Benny because that sounds good in my head. Jenny Benny's portfolio. Click next. And we do not have anything that we're going to import, so this information we're just going to skip it. Just click next. Alright, so here you are allowed to add a logo. Now, do not put your picture. Do not put a random picture of your cat. This is for if you want to add maybe your school's logo or your mascot or a photo of something that's your career that you're going into. What this does, it allows you to put a photo there, and then it will take the colors from it and it'll design your palette behind it. So I'm just going to go and randomly find a photo and upload it just so you can kind of see how they're going to use the color palette. So just keep that in mind. So if you're going to put your school colors or something like that, the rest of your project or your portfolio is going to kind of follow along with that color scheme, which is really cool. Now we don't want to add any other personal information because you do want to keep your privacy. So don't add any social links, no Twitter account or anything like that. Don't add your email or your phone number. This is just for your portfolio. We don't want people contacting you without your prior knowledge. Once you become an adult, you can definitely go in there and add your stuff, especially when you're looking for jobs. But for right now, we're going to just stick with no personal information. We're going to choose your theme. Now your theme is going to be the type of font, the type of background. So there's everything from a timeless to a minimalist. So whichever one appeals to you, you can always go back and change it. So I'm just going to choose grand, and then we're going to click continue and keep going. And now it's going to ask you if you want to create your palette. So using that logo, I just had the you know, the fifth is gold. So my palette's going to be gold and all that nice pretty stuff. I am going to choose that. So at the bottom it says create palette. It's going to choose those colors. It's going to develop a palette, and those are going to use those colors to make my website. So you can see my color palette, golds and blacks and whites. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to continue on to developing my web page. You're going to choose your favorite design. So this one gave me 3. I can use any one of the 3. So I'm just going to choose the middle one because it looks simple. I like the background; it's not dark. So I'm choosing that, and then you'll go up to the top where it says use this design. Click that, and it will design your web page. So as you can see, here is my web page. There are lots of things on it, which I don't need. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to delete everything except for that first part that's my title. And because I'm going to add things later on, but I want my web page, my home page, to be a nice clean spot. I don't want it to be cluttered with a lot of stuff, and I don't want your portfolio to be cluttered. So we're going to delete all this stuff off of it except for that one little part at the top right here where it has Jenny Benny's portfolio, or whatever your name will be. Everything else is going to go. So we're going to work on deleting everything. So to do that, we are going to kind of hover over the section, click on the section. You can kind of see I can replace the image. Now I am going to replace this image because it's not my portfolio. I want it to be something that's synonymous with my career aspirations. So if you're going into construction, you're going to use something that is construction related. If you're going into food or hair, you want to go with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up and we're going to type in, I'm going to type in food because that's the career path I'm going to choose. And these are stock photos, so you can just choose a photo and apply it, and it will change that title page for picture to something that's a little bit more useful for you. So now that we have our title kind of situated, I'm going to start working on deleting these other aspects. So what you want to do is you're going to click on it, and you're going to see what we call the hamburger dots. You're going to click and then click delete, and then it'll just put it in the trash can. We can always add things later, but right now we just want to take things off so it's not so cluttered. Again, hamburger, delete, and you'll go through all of your aspects on that first page. So now that we got everything done, we are going to look at our pages that we have. So at the top left, you click on that, it's going to take you down to your pages. Right now we have 2 pages. We have a home page and a blog page, and we'll work on blog pages later, but we're going to focus today on adding our pages. So if you look here, we have a couple things on the agenda. We have develop the web page, which we just did, develop about me page, a resume page, and an artifact page. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So we're going to add pages. Just click on the add page, and about, we're just going to click the about. It's just going to be a generic about me. We'll change the information later. Don't worry about that. So just choose one. We're just setting the page up. We'll focus on the information later. So we got our about me page done. We are going to keep going. We are going to now do a new page, and we're going to do our resume page. So we're going to click on blank because there's no resume here. We're going to click blank, and it's going to give us a new option, and it's going to be sections, and then we will choose our CV, which is another name for resume there. So on the left hand side we have our CV. Click it, and this is going to be our resume. So you're going to just choose one of the designs. We will again add different information, so just choose one that you like, and that's our resume page. We'll fix all the information on it later We just want the pages. So now we need to rename this so we know what it is. So go to rename, and we're going to type in resume. We're going to add another page, and this page is going to be our artifact. So again, click on blank, and we don't really have a section that would be for artifacts. We're just going to use the text, and we can, because we're going to link it to files or documents. So we're just going to click text right there. All right, and you can just choose any of them. We can change things, formats later. So I'm just going to choose this one. All right, so again, we're going to rename this artifacts. All right, so we have all of our pages that are required, and now this is the important part. We are going to publish our link, our website. So at the very top on the right, you're going to click publish, and now it's going to be live. We want to change our link. So we're going to take the website off, and we're going to put portfolio there, and then publish and continue. Now this is extremely important because I need access to your website, and without it I can't view it. So at this point, we're going to copy and paste your live link. Do not copy and paste your dashboard link because I can't access that. So to find it, you're going to go to this section right here. You're going to click view site. Here is your live website. So at the top, you're going to right click, and we're going to copy and paste this into Schoology. So copy with right click, copying, and now we're going to open up Schoology, and we're going to paste it in the module. So there are two places to find this assignment. You could go into the home part. Right there on the right says digital portfolio link upload, or you can go into unit 3 digital portfolios, click on that link right there. Now how we're going to upload, this is important, so you're going to click the submit assignment button, and because we're not uploading an actual document, we're going to click a specific, so that would be here if you're going to do an actual document, but we're not. So we need to click create. This will give you a kind of like a Word document, so you can type in and you can copy and paste. So we're going to paste. So I'm going to paste it, right click paste or Control V, and submit. Now I always tell my students, before you exit, click on the assignment that you submitted to make sure that everything is working the way you want it to work. So once you click in, you should have a hyperlink, which is your website that's blue with an underline under it that's clickable. So once it pops up, you want to make sure that you are able to click on it, and it's going to take you to your website. If it does not, you need to resubmit, but if it does, you are good to go.